Hello and welcome back to CCSP Certified channel. Today I am starting the next set of questions from 21 to 25. So if you are new to my channel, I would like to inform that I already covered the theory from last 6 topics: encryptions and cryptography in the cloud, IAM, cloud characteristics, risk in the cloud, international laws, and miscellaneous. So this way over 90% syllabus is already covered, and I have covered few questions also along with the theory. But this is a dedicated lecture 7 where I'm covering exam questions only. And these questions are memory based questions collected from various sources and also my candidates feedback. So before we start this, I just want to focus why I started this, what is my focus in this video series. So 2.5 years before, when I started preparing for my exam, there was not good enough free resources available on the internet. So I decided to start this video series, and my mission is to help you get further faster in your CCSP exam certifications. So definitely 100% coverage is not possible, but I try to cover high probability exam topics in this video series. Also difficult exam concept, because soundness of concept is very important to clear any of the IC square exam, especially CCSP. Also questions, I along with theory I cover questions also, so you have get better understanding of the topic. So questions from various sources, and one of the important sources my candidate feedback is I conduct classroom trainings also. Memory based questions I collect from them, and the CCSP question bank, which is official question bank, and some sample question bank I refer to prepare this video series. So I try my best to use my 15 years of industry experience, other cloud certifications learnings, and the CCSP and CISSP learnings to make things simple and easy for you. In case like this is free and sufficient study and you don't need a mentor or a classroom study, but in case you want more comprehensive and effective approach and you want someone who can help your doubt on the live manner, or can explain the topic in the better way or more detailed way, or you need a personal assistance on any of the questions and topic, better you join my classes or write me for the self-paced training program. I will explain how it works, but it is very nominal. This is my email address and WhatsApp number to reach. You can call me also on this number. I prefer WhatsApp messages. Now I'll cover the questions which I have left unanswered in the last topic, and then I will cover the remaining 5 questions. So every lecture I will keep one questions unanswered for your brainstorming. So I will start from that. So I have asked which of the following is the most sensitive data in the PII, and they have given the option mobile number, name, address, and bank balance. So you will see none of this looks like a most sensitive, and this is how the IC square play a game. So they remove the best options from the options, best answer from the options, like they are not giving the social security number or age, sex, location. All these details are being hidden or removed from the options. Now you have to select which is best out of these. So mobile number, which looks like a good uh, use case, like a sensitive data, though it is very easy to get in India and you keep getting calls from Bajaj Finance, but yeah, mobile number also is there. Name might not be a sensitive data, so name can be removed. Address also a sensitive data, but address is also fine to some extent, because no one is able to harm you directly with if they know your address. But mobile number and bank balance. So knowing mobile number also is a list than bank balance. So you will be very strange that bank balance is also a very sensitive data, especially in US. So in India it is fine, but all this IC square exam covers US and the UK laws. So in US we have already one law defined, which is known as a GLBA, Graham-Leach-Bailey Act, and which give the assurance that your bank balance is only known to you, and this gives the financial privacy. So if someone knows your bank balance, if it is too much, you have a threat. If it is too less, you get humiliated. So that's why they have a GLB Act where you cannot disclose, or you cannot know the bank balance of others. If you want to know more about these laws or other international laws of USA and UK, you follow my lecture 38. I will give the link of this lecture also in the video descriptions. Now come to this next question, which is topic this lecture question, which is TLS uses which to authenticate a connection and create a shared secret for duration of the session. So if you are not familiar with the TLS, you will not able to answer this. And as I explained in previous lecture also, cryptography play very important roles in securing cloud, securing your certificate, and also securing a job in the cloud area, because you must have a very good understanding of the cryptography and uses of cryptography, and I have covered a good amount of lectures on this. So I will explain this first and I will give the reference to my video lecture also. You can get idea how why TLS or why the cryptography is important. So TLS, just to give you an overview, TLS is a good example of public and private key encryptions. It is the algorithm which is using both public and private key, and they are using public key to translate or to exchange the private key. Very unique use case. And the reason is that because private key is very fast, 1,000 times faster than public key algorithms. That's why industry prefer to use private key algorithms, but only problem with the private key algorithms is through exchange of the keys. And public key can be used to exchange of the keys. So here it is asking what is mechanisms to use to authenticate a connection and create a shared secret. Shared secret is a private key that is being shared between the sender and receiver, and what is the way to identify that you are a valid sender or you are a valid client or you are a valid server. So how to authenticate or how to validate or how to ensure that the whom you are talking is a valid person. There is no man in middle attack. There is no someone who has stolen the data in between. So if I request for a public key of the receiver, I should get a valid public key. And here the play of X509 certificate. And if you learn more about the X509 certificate, it actually is a digital certificate, and digital certificate which is signed by the CA, and that is being used to validate your public key, and that helps to authenticate a server to the client. And I have covered this in more detail from lecture 1 to 5. Lecture 5 is specific to TLS concept itself, so you must watch it if your concept are not good. Next is what is the only data format permitted with the SOAP API. You will get at least one question from SOAP and GRACE, and that will be very straightforward. If you know what SOAP support, what GRACE support, you can directly give the answer. SOAP only support the XML. All these data types are not supported by the SOAP. You can get the difference between these from lecture 42. What is the primary goal of disaster recovery planning, DRP? So there are business continuity or there is a disaster recovery. Business continuity ensure that business should be keep running as long as possible. But in case disaster happen, how to handle the disaster? It is a disaster recovery planning. So what is the primary goal of this one? If you see, A option is integrity of the data. This is also a very right option. Second is the preservation of the business capital. Some extent it is also correct. Restoration of the business process, very correct answer. And the safety of the personnel. So in case there is a golden rule I'm going to tell. In case if there is a human life associated with any of the options of the question, always think twice and prefer that option over the all other options. So disaster recovery planning not only for the business but also for the humans also. The humans are those are working on the data centers or those are working on the factories or where you are planning for disaster recovery. Whether you're online business or offline business, you must ensure that the humans they are working there they are safe in case earthquake has happened or the pandemic like coronavirus or flood has occurred. At least the personals they are staying on that location should have enough food, enough safety, enough medicines. So all the DRP planning must be have a human safety as a first priority. So I have covered BCP and DRP and RPO, RTO and get good detail in the lecture 19. I will also add the description link of that lecture also. Do watch them and improve your concept if they are not, because these are the questions being asked by CCSP again and again in different ways. If your human safety or personal safety is there, always prefer that option on other options over other options. Second last questions. A cloud data encryption situation where the cloud customer retain control of the encryption keys. So keys are on the on-premise or the customer end, and the cloud provider, which is CSP, which can be Oracle, Google, AWS, only process and store the data could be considered as. So this is the best security mechanisms to store data in the cloud where you don't share the keys, because we already have seen that only way to secure the data in the cloud is encryption. In case keys are get compromised or keys are being shared, then your data is also stolen or lost or breached. So the key security is most important. In case you keep the key at customer end or at customer HSM, this is the best way to store the key. So here is asking, in case customer holding the key and data is with the cloud provider, what is it? Is it a trade? No, it is a best scenario. Why it is a trade? Is a risk? No, it is not a risk. It is a hybrid cloud deployment. This is correct. We'll see the option D also. Is the case of infringing of the rights of the provider? Nothing like this. There is no rights getting lost here. It is a hybrid cloud, which is the multi-cloud and hybrid cloud is getting famous day by day nowadays. That you learn that it is very important that you secure the cloud, secure the data, and how to secure the data? You either follow the hybrid cloud or multi-cloud environment, where you hold some of the critical data or keys or application in the on-premise, and move only which is less critical for the business or the compliance perspective to the cloud. And this is the answer here. I have covered this also in the lecture 15. I will add the description of this. What is public, private, hybrid cloud differences, and there will be at least one question from the public, private, hybrid cloud itself. Last one, which I will explain, but I will not give the answer. Very, very basic questions and being asked very frequently from both CCSP, CISSP exam, and you must have at least this much of understanding of public and private key. So Bob want to send a secret message to Alice. Let's say I love you. Bob want to say I love you to Alice, but he want to ensure that only Alice read it. No one in her house read, like her father, uncle, friend, mummy, sister. So what he want to ensure that only the secret message sent by Bob is being read by Alice. And that's why here you see WhatsApp others message are giving that they are giving the end-to-end security, they are giving the secure communication, they are making sure that you only read the communication or the audio video. So what type of key they must use, like Bob, what key Bob must use, that only Alice can read it, no one else can read the message except the Alice. Should use Bob own key, which is own private key, or should use Alice private key, should use Bob public key or Alice public key. You take uh, deep dive your concept and then attempt this. I have already covered one lecture for this also, so I will add that also in the video description, but here I'm not giving in this I will add in the description, but you just think about and refresh your concept before going for the hinted video. So that's for today. In case you found it useful, please like and subscribe and share it for others friends. In case you have any doubt, interested for self-paced training program, or learn about more about how I'm teaching, you can see the success story of my student on my LinkedIn, and you can write me in case you have interest to learn more. Thank you.